Daft Hour. Daft Hour.
You're listening to the Daft Hour, where soup is queen.
Well, there we go. Welcome to the Daft Hour.
Hello.
There's only two of us today because one of us has died. Can you guess which one it is?
Guess. You
Guess.
have to guess.
Well, I'm Bambi.
Bambi.
Yeah.
Hello, Bambi.
So I'm still here.
Bambi Rashid.
That's right.
Hello, Bambi.
Hello.
I'm Dylan Cromwell.
Hi, Dylan.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for radio.
Thank you for radio.
No, thank
so, Mr. What's his name?
Morgan
Morgan, I
Fantastic.
forgot already.
Yeah.
He's not here today. He's sat at home, I think.
Yeah, he's been not using his middle name lately, which is not bloody. Which
No.
is Morgan, not bloody Fantastic.
That's right.
Who's not here.
No, I think he's actually at home writing the Queen's speech.
Writing the Queen's speech?
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of stuff do you think he's going to be putting into the Queen's speech?
I
know how he is with fruit and veg and animals, and I dare say that, you know, the Queen will be, you know, just going through her speech and then just reciting different names of fruit and veg.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for, yeah.
I would pay to watch that, actually.
Well, you might have to.
Well,
because you're not going to get to see him again until you actually pay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose he's too important for the radio, so I guess it's worth paying £1 or £2 just to see him, see the Queen going through whatever nonsense he's come up with.
Is he the Queen?
Is he the Queen?
Is he the Queen?
I've never seen them in the same room at the same time, but then I've never seen him and Batman in the same room at the same time either. So
right. So he is Queen Batman.
Yeah, absolutely. If he's one of them, he's definitely both of them.
Yeah, definitely both. He can't just be the one.
Yeah.
Anyway, that opening track was a Spike Jones track called
like
Flying Trapeze.
That's a good song.
I laughed at that, especially the hootenanny joke.
Yeah, I didn't.
Didn't you?
No.
Have you heard it before?
Yeah.
Did you make it? Did you write that?
No, I didn't write it, no. It was a bit before my time, that one. But it was a lot of fun, but not laugh out loud funny.
Oh, well, maybe I just easier to please there.
What we got on the show today then? What's happening?
I don't know. Well, I'm going to try and do the news. I'm going to try and do it as much injustice as Morgan does.
Yeah.
I've even got...
right, you've got loads of news stories, like real news stories.
These are real news stories.
From the real news.
From the real news.
The kind of news that people don't read, but it's all out there to read if you want to read it.
If you want to read it.
In the real news.
In the real news world.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've got some of that coming up. We've also got the usual things, a bit of music, a bit of silliness, a bit of daftness. Unusual Animal Friends, we got that as well.
Unusual Animal Friends?
Yeah.
There's a whole story there.
There's a sentence.
A single sentence?
There's a single sentence.
Not a story?
No, I might lie about it and make some more up.
Is it a single sentence that encapsulates an entire story?
I think so.
As in, there was an animal, the end?
Yeah, there was two animals and they got along. Mm-hmm. Isn't that strange?
Is it going to be better than Morgan Fantastic's animal stories?
I'll be honest, I don't think it will be.
But then again, his stories are pretty lame.
No, they are more than fantastic. That's what he gets at.
Yeah. But he's not here today.
No, he's not.
Because we ate him.
Yeah, whilst he was writing the King's speech.
We got rid of him. What did we do with him?
We ate him.
We ate him and we stole his clothes.
Yeah, we did.
We stole his clothes and we used them to make tunics out of.
Yeah, because the clothes aren't going to fit. Well, they're not going to fit me.
No, because he's actually only 3 inches tall.
Yeah.
That's why he's got such a light voice on the radio. Morgan Fantastic, yay!
It's true, absolutely true. And he 3 inches tall, you said?
3 inches. Three and a quarter.
He did grow a little bit, you know.
Depends if he stretches on a morning.
Right.
Stretches out and he gets the extra half an inch.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he tells people. I haven't seen it myself.
No, I've only ever seen him at the 3 and a bit.
He always says he's a grower, not a shower, you know.
Yeah, that's very true.
But he won't be here, and we killed him and we ate his clothes.
Absolutely true. All of this is true, especially eating the Queen's speech.
We made him go mental.
No, I'm getting confused.
We made him mental with bees.
Yeah, but not bees as in the insects. It was bees as in the...
He fell into the mixer at the Sugar Puffs factory. He told me it was like being born all over again.
Is he a Sugar Puff?
He was just hanging around in the Sugar Puffs factory mixer, just swimming around in Sugar Puffs, and he said it was like coming home.
Oh.
So he won't be here.
He won't be. He's not ever going to be again, I think.
No, and he can keep his pesky bees as well.
Yeah, the bees are all yours. Right, I think we might do the news. What do you reckon?
If you want to do the news, you do the news. I'm absolutely raring to hear what news you have, what news you've been finding for us.
Well, let's have a look, shall we?
Morgan Fantastic News.
With Bambi, because Morgan's not here. Right, there we go. Chinese children forget how to write. Life found in outer space. Titanic wins Ice Bucket Challenge. Incredible Hulk scares away floodwaters. Woman finds out she's dead from a letter sent by her pensions company. Man in court for making love to mattress. And mother spikes daughter's food with tapeworm to make her thin for a beauty pageant. Oh, seagulls.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So those are all real news stories.
They are
right?
all real,
Right.
apart from one.
Let's start at the top then. Or
Yeah.
do I have to guess which one's not real?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Right. So start from the top then. What
Yeah.
was the first one?
Chinese children forget how to write.
Chinese children forget how to write. Any more info on that?
Yeah, basically it was a spelling bee competition.
Yeah.
For some Chinese children, and obviously they write in characters rather than letters that we understand, and they forgot how to do them. It's actually not as daft as the headline makes it sound, because it's quite tricky, because you're effectively doing a painting.
Unless you've
for
been doing
every
it all your
character.
life, because
Yeah.
you should really know your alphabet. Doesn't it smack of a bit of an inconsistency in your language if it's so difficult that people forget how to write it after having spent most of their lives learning
But
it?
they are kids, so maybe they haven't quite done enough yet.
Okay, well, I bet they're amazing at maths though.
I suspect so.
What's the longest word you can spell?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person here.
What? Go on, can you spell instance?
No, I'm not even going to try. I'll
you
embarrass
spell-
myself.
Can you spell joke?
Yeah, I can do that one.
Go on then.
I'm nervous now in case I get
Go
it
on.
wrong.
Go on.
It's Joke.
What's the white of an egg called?
York.
No, it's not. That's the albumin.
Ah,
You're a loser.
I am
What
a
a
loser
plonker.
indeed.
What a plonker.
I fell for silly joke there.
I can spell. Let's see now. I can spell anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Can you say it though?
I can't say it. I can spell pneumono-ultramicroscopic pseudocovalcanoconiosis.
Go on then.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Okay. PNEUMONOULTRAMICROSCOPICILICOVOLCANOCONIOSIS.
That is amazing. Well done. We decided. Do you know when presidents of the US get to have code names that the CIA use? That
Right,
is going to
yeah.
be mine if I ever make it. I won't tell you what Lindsay's
if
was.
you become the American president,
Yeah.
you're going to have a code name with the CIA.
Yeah.
And your code name will be pneumono-ultramicroscopic pseudocovalcanoconiosis.
Yeah. Is in danger. Get down. So,
So if there's any urgency to
I'll
it.
die.
That's pretty cool. Do you know about any of the other presidents? Did they have code names that you're aware of?
Do you know? I'm not even sure about that one. Do you know any?
I gather Clinton's was Saxy Man or Saxman or something like that, or Saxaid, or I guess George Bush's would have been Oil Baron.
I reckon so. Or just idiot, I suspect.
Yes. We're talking about junior or senior.
I
I think they probably went on timeshare like
yeah,
they did with
to
the
be fair.
presidency.
Junior by far was the most idiotic of everyone ever.
Yeah. I had a serious problem with that guy.
Yeah. He had a serious problem with that guy.
Mm.
Anyway, on with the news. Life found in outer space. This is true.
Life found in outer space.
It wasn't as exciting again as I first thought. Plankton has been found living on the exterior of the International Space Station.
Not plankton from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, I hope so.
Looks like I've got some explaining to do.
That would be brilliant. That would be very scary
Okay,
for the
so they
astronauts.
found plankton
Yeah,
on the side of the space station.
Now, it's marine plankton from our planet, they believe. So it's not like
Well,
it's extraterrestrial.
How did it get up there?
Maybe it went on holiday?
Well, I mean, you think they were just kind of having a little wander around, and then they just saw a spacecraft and just like, oh, that looks like a good place to hang out, lads, look at this, it's nice, smooth and metal. Let's hang out on that.
Maybe.
And then 10 minutes later, like,
No, this is boring.
hang about, lads.
Yeah.
Hang about, lads. The world's getting smaller.
Oh.
Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing we can do.
Nah. That's exactly how it happened for all of them.
That's really, really sad. I guess they haven't got insurance to get back, or
Yeah, I don't know if like insurance would cover that. Like insurance won't necessarily cover when the volcano goes off. I reckon it's not going to cover when you accidentally go into space.
well, okay, but how does plankton get from the ocean onto a spacecraft? Because the spacecraft doesn't launch from the ocean unless they were just chilling on a lilo somewhere that happened to have rocket fuel.
Well, more importantly, how does Plankton get insurance? But I reckon the way that they actually got onto the space station is probably more to do with them being up in the atmosphere as part of the whole cycle of water, perhaps, and then clung onto it as they passed.
This show is rightfully called the Daft Hour because that is the daftest thing I've ever heard.
Okie dokie, we'll move on then. I've got no more details about the Titanic winning the Ice Bucket Challenge because it's just a fact.
The Titanic has won the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah, by losing
All
its passengers.
Losing all its passengers.
Most of them,
And
apart from Kate.
I understand they're going to set up a charity for that you can give to.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are. I can't think of anything particularly funny.
Friends of the Titanic.
Friends, yeah. That's it.
It's very uplifting.
It is.
Mm.
Well, the next headline was Incredible Hulk scares away floodwaters. There is actually a video for this. I'm going to see if I can put the link onto Twitter in a bit. But a garden in Chicago escaped flooding whilst all around it were flooded. And possibly due to the life-size Hulk statue in the garden.
Who puts a life-size Hulk statue in their garden?
Now, how life-size is the life-size Hulk statue? Because depending on which geeky comic version you follow, he gets bigger the more angry he gets.
Right,
so which part of that life-size is he?
Yeah, and he's big in different colours in the movies.
If he's that big, he's going to keep the flood away because there's no room for the flood.
And why would water be afraid of the Hulk?
I don't know. Everything's afraid of the Hulk.
Unless, of course, the water is controlled by plankton. But then again, the plankton's green
all in
anyway,
space,
so it
isn't
would.
it?
Yeah, well, that's it. I don't
who
understand that one.
knows?
I don't get that one. That's mental.
Okay, a woman finds out she's dead from a letter sent by a pensions company. Basically, a woman in Lincolnshire was distressed to receive a letter offering Standard Life's condolences that she'd passed away.
Had it been addressed to her?
I don't know.
How do you can't
I don't
address?
know. Yeah.
I'm very sorry for the loss of yourself. I regret to inform you that you have passed away. How do you send a letter to someone? Unless, of course, she opened the mail, it was addressed to someone else, like a loved one, in which case she's broken the law.
Yeah,
and
her.
She should be dealt with
Arrest her,
accordingly for opening somebody else's mail, even if it's about her.
Then be put to death, so it's solving the problem that the letter got out in the first place.
That would pay out double then as well.
Would it?
Well, I mean,
She's died twice.
It's
Is there not double jeopardy on payouts?
Actually, well, there might well be. I wonder. We'll have to see what happens when Mr. Canoe from Seaton Carew finally does kick the bucket, because of course he as some of you might know, he went to Panama. He went missing off the coast of Hartlepool about 6-7 years ago. Went missing off the coast of Hartlepool, and then his wife claimed a fortune in life insurance, and then they were both seen in photographs having a right old laugh in the lovely city of Panama.
Having a jolly chortle.
Yeah.
Oh well. So yeah, we'll.
He got
we'll
caught,
see.
you know. He
did.
caught by coming back.
Yes. Was this the dude in his loft? Am I mixing up stories?
He was hiding in the room next to his wife's house, and they knocked a hole through behind the wardrobe so he could still live there and like pop into the room for a bit.
Did the kids not know as well?
The kids didn't know, and they completely disowned him when they found out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a bit harsh. That.
It was
Not the kids disowning. I mean, what he did was a bit harsh.
He had to hide it from absolutely everybody. But he came back because in order to get citizenship in Panama, finally, the only way for him to get citizenship was to have a letter of approval from the chief of police or something like that in the UK. He needed a police official to say that he was cool, that he was okay. So he walked into a police station in England and pretended to have lost all of his memories over the last 4 years.
Genius.
Yeah, only in Hartlepool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Redcar.
Yeah.
But anyway, man caught making love to a mattress. A man in Ireland was found naked from the waist down, watching adult movies on his portable DVD player, whilst making love to a mattress in a car park of an old people's home. He was given a 4-year suspended sentence, and his 10-year mattress guarantee was revoked.
Well, if he had a suspended sentence, I dare say he had a hammock after that.
Hey! This is the Daft Hour. So, yeah, he did it with his mattress.
What he did? What did he? How does that?
I'm not
does that
going into
entail?
details.
What does that?
I will try and put the link up for people to read further. I don't think it's something I really want to be discussing.
Okay, yeah. Well, you brought it up.
I did. Oh, damn. Yeah. Okay.
Well, apparently.
Well, I reckon you got a
so
knife,
he,
right?
Yeah.
And put like a kind of a hole in the mattress.
Yeah. I still don't follow you.
And
But
put his bits in it.
no, still
All right,
don't
we'll
follow.
move on. A mother spikes daughter's food with tapeworm to make her thin for beauty pageant. The unnamed mother thought she was doing the best for her daughter because she wanted her to look her best for the pageant. Several weeks later, the girl was rushed into hospital with stomach pains. Once in the hospital, she rushed into the toilet and vomited. The nurses found a seething mass of tapeworms in the toilet bowl. The mother was overheard telling the girl, "I'm sorry, I just wanted to make you skinnier." Now that is parenting, isn't it?
I could just imagine her trying to face down the nurses and say, "I thought it was noodles."
Duh.
We took her for Chinese. It was actually going to celebrate because she'd done so well running a 1,000-kilometer marathon the day before, to try and make her thin. So we gave her a treat, and took her out to our local noodle restaurant. Yeah, of indiscriminate origin, and gave her noodles.
Well, it didn't work out for her, did it? She had a tapeworm. It didn't tell you if she lost weight or not, so...
Well, I guess the tapeworms probably didn't.
No, I suspect not. But that's not the way to do it, children.
No. Do not feed your daughter tapeworms.
No, that's just very odd thing to do, really, isn't it?
Unless you're doing it for comedy.
Yeah, if it's for comedy, come and do it on the show, and we will laugh at you whilst you eat tapeworms.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So there's the news. I'm going to play the news out now, shall I?
Yay,
that's a good thing.
The news.
Morgan Fantastic News.
Bambi's news.
Bambi's.
Not Morgan's, because he's not here. Well, I think I'm going to play us a bit of an audio track. I'm going to play one that we didn't get to play last week for yourself, and that is Athlete with Superhuman Touch.
Yay.
What are you doing?
Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Because Richard Attenborough died last week, and I wanted to commemorate him by tribute, sort of singing Jurassic Park.
He would love that.
Yeah.
I have it on good authority. He would have loved that.
I have more.
You have more?
Yeah.
Go on.
It's kind of in the style of Peter Griffin, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Peter Griffin's just walked in the studio there.
Yeah, okay, I'm done now. Yeah.
No, I want more.
I could do Back to the Future, but that wasn't Richard Attenborough unless you pretend it was.
Yeah, replace Doc with Richard Attenborough.
My God,
in your
Marty,
mind.
we have a T-Rex.
Yeah, excellent. We've got a whole new movie there. We've got to make it.
Absolutely. No, I'm not going to be doing any more songs. That's all I'm getting paid for. So sorry about that.
All right then. Well, I think it's time for a feature.
Feature? What's the feature?
This one.
I like that.
Of the week.
It's what? Oh, it's like of the week.
I like that of the week.
I like that of the week.
Yeah.
What's your like of the week?
It's nice and simple. Last week it was all a bit kind of weather, wasn't it? But this week we've still got a bit of summer. Summer has come back.
Yep.
And I'm liking that. I'm liking that little bit more warmth, bit of sunshine.
Before the eventual downpour and torrential nonsense that is autumn.
Yeah. And we summer, it might be a horrible autumn because we might have grounded flights depending on this volcano as well.
Grounded flights, that's the worst kind of weather. Volcano, what's the deal there?
That one in Iceland, I was going to say Ireland, but no, it's not right, is it? It's in Iceland. It's, I think it's been downgraded back to orange, as in the threat level is orange.
Not the lava.
No,
The lava,
that is orange,
the
isn't
lava
it?
generally is just orange all the time, right?
But it was fabulous rainbow colours the other day,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's very dangerous for the world.
So is this a thing? Do we have to now start watching our volcano alert? Is there an app for that on your phone or
There
something
probably
like that?
is. If not, I'm sure you can make one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just like Volcano Watch app.
Yeah.
It tells you whether you should or shouldn't fly near Iceland.
Yeah, well, I think flights over the particular area have been stopped, but flights into Iceland are still happening.
Into the volcano.
Into the volcano,
Into
yeah.
the volcano. All flights are off flying into the volcano.
Yeah.
Is it Reykjavik or somewhere else now?
I hope not, because I'm going on holiday there soon.
Oh well, yeah. Well, it's cheap beer, you know.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. But yeah, so that's happening. Did you know that obviously you can have trips to the volcano, but since it was becoming active, they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But then there's another company doing extreme trips who'll still take you for a hike to the volcano.
See, I looked that up on TripAdvisor before the show, and it only got 1 star. They said the service was terrible. There's magma everywhere. It's full of smoke.
No one was cleaning up after it.
What kind of a trip do you expect to get going to? Not into the volcano, right? It's not like Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I
stuff
doubt
or anything
it.
like that.
You never know how extreme people
Do
want.
they let you touch it or something like that? It's like touch the volcano. Go on, not just the once. Touch the volcano. Touch the volcano.
Yeah, get your picture.
Yeah.
Or
you picture
maybe
taken with
when
your
you
arm around the volcano. You put your arm
Yeah.
around it and just have your photograph taken.
when you get back, they do a green screen picture of you being melted into the floor as well. I reckon.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
But that's what I like. I like summer.
Yeah, that's a good like. I enjoy that.
Do you have one?
I do. I have a like. My like of the week is galaxies.
Galaxies.
Yeah, galaxies.
Now, which ones?
All of them really. I really like galaxies. They're really like big, aren't they? They've got loads of stuff in them.
They are quite massive.
They are. I mean, pretty much the biggest single entity you could probably encounter, I reckon.
I don't think I've got a tape measure big enough either.
Well, no, that's
I've got
the
a
thing.
10-meter one.
No, because if you had a tape measure that was big enough, it would be bigger than the galaxy. Therefore, it would not be ipso facto in the galaxy. So
Right.
anything you can use to measure the galaxy is not big enough because it would be bigger than the galaxy.
That's crazy. So can you get micro galaxies?
Yeah, little fun-sized ones in a bag.
Yeah, like a multi-pack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I've
to
seen
give
those,
to give to your whole family.
Yeah, that's not the same type of galaxy I'm talking about. The chocolate galaxies are a different thing. Those are kind of cool.
They are
but
nice.
Not as good as
Oh, you can
an
get ones
actual
with cookies
galaxy.
in, can't you, as well?
You get the ones with a supermassive black hole at the center as well. Apparently that's what's causing the
Chocolate
perturbations.
bars?
Absolutely. That's what causes the perturbations in their orbits. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. That's they've got dark matter at the center. Yeah. They're full of dark matter galaxies.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is gold, this.
So yeah, I really like galaxies. And I'm talking about the actual celestial galaxies, not the chocolate bar. Even a galaxy full of galaxies is not a good thing in my reasoning, because you'd need a lot of milk,
Yeah.
and to get that much milk into a galaxy full of galaxies,
You'd need another galaxy full of cows producing
right,
milk.
an entire cow galaxy.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be on my like of the week. That'd be a lot of cows.
But you'd need even more galaxies worth of grass to feed the cows of that galaxy.
Right, so you need a galaxy full of grass to feed the galaxy full of cows.
You'd need several
in order
galaxies
to milk
worth
the
of-
cows in
Yeah.
order to create a galaxy full of galaxies.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just confusing.
Yeah. But my like of the week is galaxies. That's
Right,
that.
well, in that case, I think it's time for an ad break.
Thank you.
Your local station for Middlesbrough, CVFM.
So there was the words from our sponsors.
Yeah, they were awesome words.
They were.
I like the advert with all the Geordies in it. That was good.
What were the advertising, do you think?
I don't know. I think it was an advert for Geordie School or something.
One of our friends recorded the voice of that.
All right.
Mr. Owen Hems, not the Geordie one, it was one of the other adverts there.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he recorded it on a tape player?
Yeah,
It sounded
made from spam.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was
a spam tape
he's a
player.
rising star, that one.
He is. He absolutely
Keep
is.
an eye out for that one, or
We've-
at least an ear.
We've got a guest just about to come in. Diamond Dave, I think
Diamond
his name
Dave,
is.
yeah, I've heard
He's going to do the weather for us.
He is. Yeah.
So I'll put the weather tune on as he comes in. How are you in, Diamond Dave? Today's made-up weather, sponsored by a cow, a chicken, and David Attenborough.
The blue-faced, snub-nosed, golden snow monkey.
Alright, yeah. How you doing, Middlesbrough? My name's Diamond Dave. Yeah, I'm just come up from South Shields, you know. No, not South Shields. That's the one who's in the north of it. Southampton. That's the one. Yeah. Well, I don't know where I am anymore.
Well, thanks for making the journey here to our
No
weather.
problem, Bambi. No problem at all. Yeah. So the weather today, yeah. Okay. Well, if we look at Northampton, there's a bit of pollution coming in over the hills. Yeah, a little bit of smoke rising up from the big smoke. Yeah, it's gonna be quite dry and quite dry. Yeah, it's gonna be dry like a glass of cider or something. Yeah, like a medium sweet cider, a dry cider. Yeah, it's gonna be wet because of the cider, and I don't know all the much I can do about this. I don't know anything about the weather. I don't really pay much attention, you know. I just get it on my app on my phone, you know. I can tell you what the volcanoes are doing now, right, mate?
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, have you got that new volcano app that has just been made?
I have indeed, Bambi, and apparently all the volcanoes in the world at the moment are all in the green zone, except for one in Iceland, which is in the orange zone. You're not supposed to be going out to any volcanoes on the weekend. Just leave it till Monday or Tuesday, you know what I mean?
Right, excellent. Thank you for that. Is that all your weather for us?
Well, it's all I had, really, you know.
All right, thank you. Today's made-up weather, sponsored by a cow, a chicken, and David Attenborough.
The blue-faced, snub-nosed, golden snow monkey.
Well, he was an interesting character, wasn't he?
Yeah, I had no idea where he was going with that.
No, he's crazy fool. So why didn't you speak up during that segment?
I didn't really want to embarrass him any further with his terrible weather forecast. What was all that stuff about the volcanoes anyway?
I think he must have just been listening in. He was just trying to join in our conversation, really.
Yeah, that's it. I don't even think he knew where he was from or where he was going. And I think his accent kept slipping a few times as well.
It's crazy. It's almost like you made that up.
On the spot?
Yeah.
What, without any prep at all? Without even thinking about what? No, if I were to do such a thing, that might have been how it would sound.
Right.
But I didn't.
Right, no.
It wasn't me.
Well, excellent. I'd love people to Twitter in. That would be lovely.
Is that how it's
Radio.
done? Do you Twitter in?
I think so. We are hashtag the Daft Hour. I've started to put up the news headlines, the links to the actual stories to prove that I did some real research for this program.
We're also on a couple of other social media channels as well.
Yeah,
we've got the one that's only available in prisons. That's called shank.com.
Yep.
You listen to it in the shower.
It's the only place it's available in prisons for safety reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, careful with that soap, guys.
Yeah, it's very slippery.
Yep, and it can be carved into so many other wonderful things,
like chess pieces
or a unicorn head.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? That'd really cheer up your cell, wouldn't it?
Something that that can't be used as a lethal weapon of some kind in the showers while listening to our radio show.
Yes, you cannot carve Mel Gibson.
No. That's one of the last things I would carve out of a bit of soap if I were in prison.
Yeah. Once you've done everything else in the world and made up some new object, you'd think, oh, right.
I've got all this amazing stuff I've made out of soap.
I'm going to have to make a Mel now.
This anti-Semitic kind of weird.
You just don't want to do that.
Has-been piece of soap.
Yeah, absolutely. You just don't want to do that. I think I'm going to play another song.
Awesome.
I am going to play Red Hot Chili Peppers' Under the Bridge.
You're listening to the Daft Hour, where soup is queen.
I'm the type of guy that likes to drink a nice cup of joe in the morning. What better way to drink my coffee than carbonated? That's why I drink New Cafizzo.
What better way to begin your day than with a nice hot cup of Cafizzo?
me, sorry. Did I ruin that? New Kellogg's Windy Pops, the cereal that makes you slop, caca, and poop.
You know, I can still remember the very first sweets given to me by my grandfather. They were Werther's Original. I was just a boy. I'll never forget that first taste. Sweet and creamy and uncommonly good. I remember feeling I must be someone very special when my granddad gave me his wonderful butter candy.
Now I'm a granddad.
And what else would I give my grandson but my Werther's Original? He's someone very special too, you know.
Please stand by for a public service announcement.
Chicken is the gay red meat.
We now return to our scheduled program.
The Daft Hour?
Yes.
Yes. Now, there was a word from our very unofficial sponsors there.
Yes. They
Yeah.
were all made of cheese.
They were, every single one of them. And not only cheese, they had cracker feet just to support their...
They were basically living cheese on crackers.
Yeah, they were like on a tray, so they were on trays as well.
Entrees.
Yeah. That's what they were. Those adverts were all that nonsense we just said.
They were cheese with crackers in the middle.
They absolutely were. Have you got a dislike? Should we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have? Oh, okay.
Dislike.
Not very long, like.
Go on, I'll let you do yours.
My
first.
dislike of the week is sand.
Okay.
That was it.
Is there no explanation?
That's all I have. Sand. Oh, but yeah, it's everywhere though, right?
It's not, is it?
Yeah, but it's plenty of places though, isn't it? There are
Is
loads
it
of places.
in your chicken soup?
Could be if you're eating it on the beach.
Is it in your cupboard in your bedroom on the left-hand side?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Right. Is it in your imagination every time you close your eyes?
Now that you've said that,
Yeah.
I fear it may be.
It will be, hopefully. Is it on your list of things you would take to a desert island?
Would I take sand
Yes.
to a desert? No, I wouldn't take
No.
sand to a
Excellent.
desert island.
Is it your favourite word that rhymes with and?
No, that would be reprimand,
Okay.
which is what I'm about to do to you if you keep on asking me where I could find sand on the planet.
Okay. Could you find sand in a galaxy?
I don't want to talk
far,
about
far
sand anymore.
away.
Don't want to talk about sand
like
anymore.
where aliens live with lightsabers.
Aliens with lightsabers.
Yeah, and
have you heard yourself?
And spaceships that are not quite equal on each side. That annoys me a little bit, but I understand that's probably more likely in a real spaceship situation. But I do like symmetry in my spaceships.
What, like Millennium Falcon?
Yeah,
it's got
yeah.
like something. It's
No,
got a
I
little
don't
bit
like
on the
that.
side.
Do not like that. Would you find it there? Sand. Would you find sand there?
I don't want to talk about sand anymore. You keep talking about it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I said it was my dislike of the week, and yet for some strange reason, you want to keep talking about
In a
my
black
dislike.
hole?
Yeah.
Would you find sand?
You find everything in a black hole, but it would all be crunched down to like...
So it'd be nothing, would it?
Well, it'd be about the size of a grain of sand.
Do you reckon you could find sand in, like, the first Easter egg ever made?
I think I could find sand just about anywhere if I looked hard enough.
So you don't like sand?
I reckon I could find sand in a baboon if I was looking.
Good. Right, we've got that sorted then.
Don't like sand?
You don't like sand?
Sand.
No sand,
Sand.
thank you. No sand.
Sand.
Okay, my dislike is the English language. Yes.
Your dislike is the English language.
Yeah, because I'm dyslexic, I'm allowed. Words that sound the same but have different spellings and meanings.
Example.
Example, add and add. I know I'm saying them the same.
They are both the same word.
Yeah, okay, affect and effect.
Those are said differently.
Very, very subtle.
Although,
okay.
the interesting thing about effect and affect is that you can effect your escape,
Yes.
even though something can affect your escape.
Okay, let's go further down this alphabetical list that I've got. Gym, as in gymnasium, and Jim, as in the person's name. They sound the same, but spelled differently, obviously, but they sound the same. Hear, to hear something, and hear. Now,
Right.
I struggled with that one. I still do. I have a little thing.
But isn't it contextual though? So
No, it's the spelling as well that I struggle to define which one I should be using. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Or, as in O-A-R, as in which one is that?
what you paddle a boat
Yeah,
with.
oh, that's that one.
You
Okay.
paddle a boat with an oar.
And then you've got or, as in this or that, and then you've got
As in
or,
either.
as in iron or.
iron ore.
All said the same, but spelled
But
different.
then you've got like shock and awe.
Yes, and that wasn't on this list.
And then
Thank
you've
you for
also
correcting
got
that.
oh mate,
Oh,
I'm from
mate,
Burramee,
yeah.
like.
You've got the borough or.
But the thing is, if you actually say those in any other dialect other than Teessider, I think they do all sound different.
Maybe I'm too much Teesside. That's the problem.
My wife has an American accent, and she pronounces them all completely differently. So you would paddle a boat with an oar. You can have either or.
Right.
And then shock and awe instead of awe.
Right.
But we pronounce it all correctly, not in the American way, which is aw, and aw.
Yeah. Or yeah.
Or.
Of course. Yeah. Well, there's my kind of dislike. All of these ones. There's another one here. Pause, as in I'm gonna pause this CD, and pause is in dog's paws. I mean, why do you need two? I don't care for these silly words.
Pause. So if you've got a really clever dog who uses his hands when he's thinking, you could quite well say that he has pause for thought.
Oh, you are clever.
Yeah?
Do you know what else gets caught in paws?
Go on.
Sand.
Oh, no, you and your bloody sand.
Yeah, there's sand, isn't there?
Don't like sand. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is.
It's not on this list, though, because there's only one for that.
An entire galaxy of sand.
There's only one sand, so that's all right, isn't it?
Sand.
I'm going to put this list on Twitter for nobody to read. Where are we transmitting from today?
We are transmitting from the arse end of a shoelace.
That's correct. Which shoe?
The one with the sand in it.
That's funny. Well, that was Dislike of the Week.
Dislike of the week.
Well, there you go. So you didn't like sand, eh?
No. I guess
that
we should
section's
probably...
over. We'll move on.
Yeah,
shall
let's
we?
change the subject, please.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for our sponsors sponsoring again.
Yeah, let's have the sponsoring.
Let's have
Do their
sponsoring.
sponsor stuff.
This is your local community station, CVFM Radio.
We're back.
I'm still not entirely convinced that you haven't been taken over by a robot.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's just the things you do in that.
What? Like oil myself?
Yeah, and the sparking and the smoke that comes out of your head every now and then.
Nah, you're imagining that.
No, mate. I was just sat over here while they had those adverts on, and first of all, your voice started glitching out. You were busy telling me what you did on the weekend, talking about Edinburgh Fringe and all the rest of it, and then you suddenly went like a total. You glitched out for a little bit. Did you not notice?
I don't know.
You had a little glitch. You went.
No.
You were talking about.
That
the show
wasn't me.
You're talking about.
Wasn't me.
You went to see
Wasn't
some
me.
Shakespeare, and you like. And you just like kind of glitched out on me, and then you started. And then there was a little bit of a spark coming from your ear.
Not true. This is all absolute nonsense lies.
Yeah, you'd be programmed to say stuff like that.
Oh, we've all been programmed. It's just to what level and what language. It's all the same, isn't it? Be it ones and zeros or just adverts telling you what you need to buy. That's programming.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
No, just drop this one. I'm not a robot, okay?
Yeah, okay. Well, jury's out, but fair dues.
Right, whatever.
Yeah.
Sand.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
No, never mind your bloody sand, Mr. Robot.
Nah.
What's next then?
I think it's about time for story time. And before story time, for those people who follow us on Twitter, I've put a link to that list of all those words that make me angry in the English language. So you can look at that and go, what's your problem, Bambi? They're just normal words. But think about me and how I suffer in those silly words.
Because he's a robot.
Shush, man. It's bad programming then, isn't it? So, story time, I think.
Right. Yeah. Are you sitting comfortably?
Now it's time for stories on the Daft Hour.
Hello, children. Welcome to story time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to drop that silly accent right now and get straight on with it. Okay, the story.
Yeah.
The story opens with in deep space in a galaxy with no sand in it. Well, some sand.
What about chocolate?
Yeah, there's some chocolate in that galaxy as well. Yeah, there is a lot of dark matter in the galaxy, and it could be described as chocolate. But straying from the point there. So our story opens with a spaceship being chased by a huge other spaceship, and on this spaceship there's this princess, and she's basically got these two little robots, like one gold one and then one white, and then she gives like a program. She gives a gives a program to one of the other robots, and this robot then like gets to the escape pod with the other one, the gold one. He's a bit of an idiot, and these two idiot robots, they blast down to a planet below, which is covered in sand, rightfully.
This princess.
Yes.
What's her name? And how does she wear her hair?
Her name?
Yeah.
Princess Louisa.
Louisa. Okay.
Yeah.
And what hairstyle does she have? Just a bit of detail.
She has like little curly things.
Yeah.
Like buns.
This story you're telling me.
Yes.
Is it Star Wars?
What's a Star Wars?
It's a bit like the story you're telling me.
No, it's not.
All right, carry on then.
All right, so do you mind?
Yeah, so they're on the planet.
Can I continue? Yeah.
There's a bit of sand.
Right, thank you. Story time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so yeah, escape pod lands on this planet full of sand, and these little robot dudes. They're they're just monging about in the desert for a bit, and then these little sort of dwarfy type creatures turn up with hoods and little like light up eyes, and they capture the robots and they put them on like this.
Again, this story it's sounding quite familiar.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I might have told you it before.
Maybe. Yeah, carry on. So, what happens next then? In
All
this,
right.
in
So
this story of yours.
Yes. Okay. Well, you know, it took me a little while to write this story. Yeah, I wrote it years ago.
Yeah.
Probably about 30 years ago, really. 25, 30 years ago. Anyway. So, yeah, these captured robots.
How old were you in 1977?
1977? I was -1.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
Because that's kind of when the film of this story came out.
This story has never had a film.
Oh, okay, carry on.
What is this thing you're driving at?
It's very familiar.
You reckon?
Well,
if you don't like it, I've got other stories.
Yeah, okay, give me another one then.
Right, okay. Okay, our story opens, yeah, in this giant tomb, right?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, right. And it's this bloke, yeah?
Yeah.
He's got a leather jacket,
Right.
he's got like an adventurous hat, and a whip. And
a whip, right, yeah. Okay.
And what he does, right, is he goes into this tomb. It's like an ancient Mayan tomb or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then he finds like this.
Does he find artifacts?
There is an artifact.
Yeah.
It's a huge gold thing, right? But this is the clever bit. This is the clever bit, right? In order to, he doesn't want to set off any traps in this tomb, right?
Does he use a bag full of sand?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. How did you know?
There's the ball that chases him.
Yeah. Have you been reading my notes?
No.
Yeah, there is. He tries to weigh up the right size of the bag and swaps it over for the statue. And he's like, he thinks he's walking away all good and everything, and then this giant ball chases him.
Yeah, in one of the stories, because I'm guessing this guy with depth to his character has a few adventures.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there one where
it's got a backstory, like,
does anyone's face melt off?
Yeah, that's the end of the.
Yeah,
you have been reading my notes, haven't you?
Yeah.
What?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana who?
Indiana Jones. This is the story of Indiana Jones.
Who's Indiana Jones? That's not his name.
Right, you're stealing stories, aren't you?
I am not stealing stories.
Right.
That's his name. His name is not Indiana Jones.
I've had enough. I hope you enjoyed your stories.
Well, you suck.
You steal stories.
Fine.
Well, there you go. That was story time. Sorry about that. And expect to be sued from Disney at any minute now.
No, whatever. It was my story. I don't know why you're trying to liken it to this sort of Hollywood nonsense.
Well, I think you're just trying to say that it's your story because you want to be famous.
I don't necessarily want to be famous. I know someone who does want to be famous.
Who?
Moby. Moby wants to be famous.
never short of bees. Ooh, Moby, your job is so hard. 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 He's got no personality, he's bald and thin, and he's not quite as talented as Fat Boy Slim. Makes him tunes in his bedroom when his mommy's not in, and he steals all the music off the dead and cashes in. Cheese, but they're never short of apples and they're never short of peas. Moby loves being famous. Moby loves being famous. Moby loves eating hummus. No more scraping and saving. He's got no personality, he's bald and thin, and he's not quite as talented as Fat Boy Slim. Makes some tunes in his bedroom when his mommy's not in, and he steals all the music off the dead and cashes in. I was going to go into another song there, but I completely forgot to press the buttons.
That's okay. You go ahead and fill the air with nothing.
With absolute nonsense. You know what I could fill it with?
What's that?
Sand.
Ah,
yeah.
I'd rather hear nothing than that. We could have a load of dead air.
Well, no, we don't want dead air.
Dead air.
Dead air.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
Dead air. That was it was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Killed a few minutes. You know, we were on about the universe being full of like sand.
Right, yeah.
Does that make you mad still?
It makes me absolutely livid. Yeah, I'm not happy with sand. It's my dislike of the week, and I don't really want to. I don't want to even think about sand.
I'm going to buy you sand.
But I noticed during my story time, though, not only did I manage to mention a planet in the first story that was full of sand,
yeah,
and then I also went and told a story about an adventurer who had some sand.
So my it's working on you, isn't it?
Yeah, you are programming me with your robot ways.
I'm not a robot.
You are a robot.
Oh,
or you may or may not be a robot.
I'm not a robot.
Okay. Let me try and refute this more categorically. I have not seen any evidence to the contrary to prove that you are not a robot.
Well, whilst we play this track by Chemical Brothers, I'm gonna show you that I'm not a robot.
I can tell if you're a robot by checking out underneath your nipple, because that's where you're on your left nipple. Underneath that's where the little flip switch is.
Yeah, no, it's a USB slot. Oh.
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning and your head was on backwards?
Well, first thing I would do is probably scream into my pillow. Wouldn't I, really?
Oh, so you like to sleep on your back then?
Well, I sleep on my side, really, I suppose. So I would scream right into Lindsay's face.
You'd give your lass a bit of a scare, like.
Yeah, definitely. And then I'd probably sit up and go, "Oh, this is strange."
Sit up or sit down?
It's
you have to bend. Oh, you okay? Oh, yeah. So you're going to be bending. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be facing the window like I'd normally be facing. I'd be facing the opposite wall, and it'd just be rather confusing. So I suppose that I'd again then scream.
Right. Okay.
And shout something like, "Why on earth is this happening to me?"
Right.
But more in my own voice.
Right.
I suspect, because unless my voice has been changed by twisting the head round. Has it been twisted, or has it just been surgically alien?
Just the other way.
It's just the other way. No explanation.
Yeah, if you just woke up and your head's the other way around, and
yeah,
and your bed sheets are made of crisps.
Oh, well...
What would you do then?
I would eat them, obviously.
How would you eat them?
Carefully with my backwards head, wouldn't I? I'd probably... I don't know. Oh, these are crazy questions.
Would you try and get up and get out of bed?
Yes, because the sheets are made of crisps. That would be itchy.
Would you reach for your hand mirror so that you can see where you're going?
Oh, I haven't... Yeah, I guess I would. And then I'd have to kind of fashion some kind of system to hold the mirror so I can see where I'm going on a more permanent basis. Because my hands are in front of me, it'd be difficult to hold them behind me. It would ache a lot, wouldn't it?
So what if you woke up tomorrow morning, your head was on backwards,
Crisps
your
for sheets.
Your bed sheets are all made of crisps.
What flavour?
Yeah, that would probably be roast chicken flavour.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite a strong flavour to wake up to.
It is indeed.
Right.
So head's on backwards.
Yeah.
Sheets made of crisps.
Yep.
Yeah. And your hands are both just lobsters.
Oh, you know what? I would cry. I would absolutely cry because I couldn't pick up the mirror, couldn't pick up the crisps, and I would all of a sudden have a lot of attitude, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it would be
lobsters for hands.
That would be called that'd be like having a Kafka morning, wouldn't it?
It would be definitely.
What kind of a morning have you had?
Oh,
and you'd be like, oh well, I've had a real Kafka morning.
No, would I be speaking to someone in person when they ask that question? Because they'd probably be able to tell.
You'd probably be speaking to the wall, and
yeah.
they'd just have to assume you weren't trying to be rude.
It's an awful scenario you've painted me there.
Yeah, you'd be covered in crisps as well.
Yeah. This is...
and you'd have lobster hands.
This is awful.
Stinky lobster hands.
Stinky lobster hands.
Yeah.
I wouldn't I wouldn't dare go to the toilet. I'd have to sit down like a lady. It'd be so awkward, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was... That's actually disturbed me a little bit, that thought.
There's more. I've got more questions.
Go on then.
Okay.
Is this in the same day? Or is
Yeah, this is all on the same day.
Word,
So you somehow managed to get downstairs in your slippers that are actually made of cheese.
What?
Yes, it'd be brie as well.
Oh.
Not just sort of not like a
not
tough
a solid
cheese like camembert or something.
Brie cheese slippers.
Brie slippers, sheets made of crisps, hands like a lobster's. And
like lobsters' hands or entire lobsters?
No, actual lobsters.
Oh, right, okay. That's
lobsters.
That's just crazy.
And you get downstairs, backwards.
Backwards, downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, so you're just staring up at the stairs as you go down.
Weird.
Assuming you haven't tripped over.
I was going to say, my balance would be way off then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, not really, because you've got the suction of the brie slippers, so they have a function.
So they are actually helping.
Yeah, there's a function there.
Yeah.
And then you get downstairs, and you realise it's not even your house.
That's just weird.
What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, what would
you do? At
that
point, I would probably find the front door.
Backwards.
No, I'd find the back door frontwards. And then I would run outside, frontwardly facing backwards, and shout for a policeman. If no policemen are available, a postman will do. Then ask the postman to deliver me from this evil. That's what I would do.
That happens to me every day.
No.
Yeah, that happens to me every day.
Mate, that sucks.
It is. Especially when you get out your front door backwards and realise that the pavement's covered in sand.
Oh, that's just... You didn't like that, did you? You mentioned that earlier.
No, it gets right up in your brie slippers and everything.
Every morning, you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you survive?
I don't. This is all a tape recording.
Oh, right.
You've been sat in the room on your own for the last hour and a half.
I thought so.
Yeah. You really shouldn't talk to yourself.
No, I shouldn't. Neither should you.
So,
yes,
animal friends.
Oh, yeah, we'll do this, shall we? Let's have a look.
Unusual Animal Friends with your host, Morgan Fantastic.
Bambi, because Morgan's not here still.
He was driven to despair by bees.
Bees. Right, here's my sentence. An orphaned hippo, nursed back to health by his canine chums, has successfully been released back into the wild. Hippo calf Douglas was abandoned in Zambia at 2 weeks old and nurtured by his terrier friends Molly and Coco. He's now joined his pod of hippo friends. Now, he's set free.
Was that your unusual animal friend story?
It's unusual, isn't it?
Is it real?
I believe so. My researchers told me it was.
That was awful.
Why was it awful?
It was just an awful story.
It had a hippo
Yeah.
named Douglas.
Right.
How awesome a name is Douglas?
Yeah. But there was no story arc, no narrative. Where was there was no narrative depiction of him. We didn't have a stasis, a trigger, a quest. We didn't have any of the sort of...
His quest was to get back to his other hippo mate.
Yeah, but we had no emotional investment in him at all.
Oh, have you seen baby hippos? How could you say that?
Yeah, well, no, I need to know what is context. I need to know, did he have a decent job to begin with? Was he rich to begin with?
He was 2 weeks old.
Was he? Yeah, and in that time, had he managed to accrue wealth and property? Did he have a portfolio of clients that he couldn't?
He became friends with Wesley Snipes in that time.
He became friends. Ah, right. You didn't say that.
Yeah, so no, he was mates with Wesley Snipes.
Yep.
And Wesley Snipes brought over the 2 dogs, Molly and Coco, terriers, I believe. He introduced them and then went on the run.
Why did he go on the run?
For tax evasion.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Not tax as in your tax, as in tax. You stick things onto the board with.
All right. I heard taxi evasion. I thought he was trying
He
not
did a
to
taxi
get.
run.
He was trying not to get across town.
No, he has a fear of tax.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So he's on the run.
Taxophobia.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hippo's free now with his other hippo mates, being a very dangerous animal in the wild, but still looks cute. Hippos don't swim.
They don't swim.
They just walk. They sink to the bottom and they walk.
Do they?
It's true.
They walk across the bottom of a pond.
Yes.
And that can't be true.
Look it up.
What? I'll look it up right now.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I'll tell you what, you just fill the air for 10 minutes. I'm going
Right.
to go away and look it up on my...
that
on
thing.
my phone.
That thing's still got a cord attached to it.
It's got a volcano app on it.
He invented that.
It tells me all about which volcanoes are about to explode. And also which people are going to wake up with their heads on backwards covered in sheets full of crisps.
Genuinely, this happens to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It has once in the past.
Once?
Yeah.
So what did you do when you ran out of the house? Did you do exactly the same as I said I would do?
No, I fell over the front doorstep, landed in a pile of sand. It was horrific.
Bet you felt really silly.
I did.
Good.
Well, thank you for your unusual
Right,
animal
well,
stories, but
I'm
not entirely convinced that it was any good at all.
I'm not going to bother in the future then.
Well, maybe you shouldn't.
I won't.
Maybe you should tell some unusual robot stories instead.
Okay, there's these 2 robots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them's a tall, gold, shiny one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one's a little squat, kind of white and bluey one with a little beam of light that tells stories itself.
Right.
Yeah, them 2 hang out. They really shouldn't get along because they're from different manufacturers.
This sounds a lot like my story.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've obviously stole your story, haven't I? So they get in mishap and little adventures. They go off saving the universe from Mum Ra. That's what they do.
No, that's not my story. That's a different one.
No, this is because I'm adapting your story. Mum Ra, the ever living, they stop him from doing nasty things to
Transformers.
Transformers.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
It's basically all of our childhood shows all just thrown into one.
Yeah, into one messy puddle. Yeah.
Buy the toys.
Buy
the toys now, kids.
Get them from your nearest toy store.
I don't know. I'm going to put a tune on.
I'm going to put a tune on because this is nonsense.
I'm Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. Well, who am I?
I love that line. I'm the Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. Well, who am I? You just told us, really, hasn't he? But that was Divine Comedy with Gin Soaked Boy. So, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do
Uh-huh.
if halfway through your day...
Halfway through,
let's say lunchtime,
right,
for argument's sake, you stopped understanding anything anybody said? As in, it just seemed like a complete foreign language to you.
I have some experience in this because that happens quite a lot. Not because people actually start speaking in some alien language, but because my mind tends to my mind tends to
wonder.
Yeah, one day, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, my mind tends to wander, and so sometimes when people are saying stuff to me, it just sounds like an alien language. And I've gotten quite adept at just smiling and nodding and kind of looking at their facial expressions and just reading what they're saying to me.
Okay, so you're learning to cope with this in your day.
Yeah.
And then when you're looking at the facial expressions, you notice that the right side of the lips where they meet.
Yeah.
For the kind of the smile.
Yeah.
Turns to a stick of ram.
A stick of ram?
Yeah.
So what, their mouth turns into a stick of ram?
Just the right-hand side.
Well, yeah, but that happens all the time with you because you're a robot.
No, I'm not.
You are a robot.
No, I'm not.
You are a robot.
Can't prove it.
You've got a USB port under your nipple. I've seen it.
All right,
He totally showed me, ladies and gentlemen. He showed me between the tracks earlier. He lifted up his shirt and he showed me the USB port under his left nipple.
I'm a hybrid, and at least I don't have a problem with sand.
He tried to convince people that it was like his iPod port or something,
It
so he
is.
could listen to his tracks.
No, I just download them straight to my brain.
Exactly, because he's a robot.
I'm not. I just had some modifications done.
So that's what I would do. What I would do is I would just say, "You're
Hang
a
on,
robot."
this is your situation, not mine.
Okay.
So right, there's ram appeared on the right hand side of people's lips.
Yes.
And you're talking. You can't understand what they're saying.
Right.
Right. And then everybody starts to do the Macarena at the same time in the whole world, and you're the only one not doing it, and you're the freak.
That is the stuff of nightmares, Bambi.
It absolutely is.
That is the stuff of nightmares.
But what would you do?
If everybody was doing the Macarena,
yeah,
I would do the robot.
Oh, ha 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 ha! I'm not a robot.
I would do the robot.
I'm not a robot.
I would do it like this. I am doing the robot. My name is Bambi Rashid. It does not compute.
It's not true. I'm not a robot.
Look, I remember the original Bambi Rashid. I remember what he was like because he was fun. He was cool to be around.
Are you saying I'm not fun?
No, you're very much like him. You're a great simulacra. You're a great sort of version of him.
Look at you and your words. You know more than words, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But see, you used to be a guy, and now you're not a guy. You're kind of made up of.
Right, back to your
circuitry.
situation.
Yeah.
So the Macarena's happening.
Yeah.
You're not understanding what they're saying. There's ram in the right hand side of the lips.
How do I know they're dancing at the Macarena if I can't understand
music
what they're
stays
saying?
the same. Music stays the same.
Oh, so I can hear the music, so it's like ding 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 ding.
But it's in a different language. Yeah, you don't change the language of music. You could change the instruments maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But the language is the same. And then out of the sky, appears a massive chocolate bar.
Is it a galaxy?
No.
Is it close or is it far, far away?
It's far, far away.
Right.
And there's two droids.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And
this is my story again, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're stealing my story with the two droids
I'm
and the
stealing your
guy with the
story.
laser sword.
Yeah, the laser sword, and then like these silver balls appear as well.
Oh yeah. I don't know what I would do, to be fair, in that situation.
You don't know what
I'd
you
probably just settle down go back to bed, sit in my sheets full of crisps, just eat
with
my
your backwards
bed,
head.
eat my bed with my backwards head.
Well, it's at this point that we should be leaving, but I have no idea if anyone's going to be here for the next show.
I don't think anybody's out there.
Are we alone?
We are. This is the end.
Oh, right. Well, since this is at the end, and I've had a good time.
I've had a lovely time. Apart from some of the strange questions you've asked me.
Well,
and all that stuff about the sand as well. Not a fan.
Well, I'm going to leave this show with a lovely little track. So stay daft, all you dafties.
Bye, Teesside.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.